Hello YouTube, and welcome back to my playthrough of GTA Vice City. On today's part, we're going to be doing the final two missions in the game. We're going to be doing the ending. We'll do the paid-for missions on an extra part afterwards, but I want to save that for the end, because those missions aren't directly linked to the main story. So here we go, let's do this now. Cap the Collector. So we had an incident at the print works.
Oh. Okay, what's the emergency?
Who? Tommy. Some mob thugs said they'd come to take their cut. Said it was a Mr. Forello's money. Oh, I feel like crap.
Forelli? Sonny Forelli?
Yeah, that's the guy. I think. They were very insistent.
I'm not angry with you. Get him to the hospital.
Tommy, rip that guy a new asshole for me.
I'm gonna rip him too!
That's one of the kindest things Tommy has actually said. Don't worry, Pop, I'm not angry at you. So Tommy sees Ernest as almost like a father figure to him. The Mafia is taxing your businesses, find them and kill them. So Sonny Forelli has come down to Florida to Vice City, and they're moving in on Tommy's businesses, and they're trying to tax them. And so we have to stop the collectors from going to each business. Oh, let's take this. Sport bike will be best for this. And so Tommy's father was actually a printer, and Tommy would actually help him, you know, clean out the rollers. So he kind of sees Ernest as almost like a father figure to him. So Tommy got really pissed and took it really personally that they attacked Ernest. And so these are the same guys that Tommy worked for in the beginning of the game when the deal went bad. They're now coming down back to get their money. Okay, they're at the boatyard here. We're gonna stop them now. The Mafia has taxed the boatyard. Well, they're not getting away with it.
Annoy me and I'll tell Sonny to stay away! What should I do about her? Give me that!
You tell Sonny to stay away.
I hate that woman!
Wonder what the hell my guys are doing, too, but, okay. Gotta stop the next group of them here. Yeah, definitely a good idea bringing the sport bike on this. Ah! Damn, I was really hoping I wouldn't crash. Oh, it looks like they're near Kaufman Cabs. Okay. No, they're crossing the bridge. They're going to the Malibu Club. The Malibu Club makes us the most amount of money. No, we're not gonna let that, not gonna let them take money from the Malibu Club. If you lean down the bike like this, you actually go faster. There they are. And also, if you actually confront the gangsters on foot, they say, oh, it's the Harwood Butcher, I believe. I don't know what they're doing right now, but okay. Vice City is mine, not his. Okay, cap the collectors. More are on their way. Okay, let's go and get these guys. Okay, final group of collectors. Let's get these guys then. Well, we got one of them. The other guy's running. They're probably going to the Malibu Club again. And the reason they call Tommy the Harwood Butcher is because Tommy was sent on a job 15 years ago to Harwood, a neighborhood in Liberty City, and he got ambushed, ended up getting arrested for killing 11 people, spent 15 years in prison. Got him. There we go. Is the bike still traveling on its own? Even after I killed the guy? What? Okay, it is. Looks like we got a ghost bike. Okay. And now I believe Lance will actually give you a call right now. Let's see. Yep.
Tommy, it's Lance. We got big problems. Come down here right away.
Better see what that's about. Here we go, final mission in the game, keep your friends close, and there's a reason the mission is called this. It's also a reference to The Godfather.
What's going on?
Tommy! Oh, good. Listen. I like fish. I love fish. I love them as pets in bowls, or as food on a plate, but as much as I love them, I don't want to sleep with them, okay? But right now, your Italian brothers are coming from up there to fit me with some cement shoes, and I...
Shut up, Ken. Sit down. Lance, what the hell's going on?
It's your friends up north, Tommy. They ain't too happy you capped their man. They're coming down to see the business today.
They took longer than I thought. Guys, we gotta make this final. We gotta leave no doubt that this is my operation. Mine! Ken, you get the first run of counterfeit cash and put 20 mil in briefcases. Lance, you get the guys together.
That's gonna be pretty important, Lance, you get the guys together. Tommy!
Tommy! What? No big hugs for your old buddy?
I've had 15 years out of the loop. I'm a bit rusty on family etiquette.
Oh, he's angry, huh, Tommy? Didn't I say your temper would get you into trouble, huh?
There's 3 mil in the cases.
How many was it, 10? No, 11 men. That's how you get to be called the Howard Butcher.
You sent me to kill one man. One man! They knew I was coming, Sonny.
Tommy, watch your tone. Anyone would think you blame me for that unfortunate set of circumstances.
Just take the money.
Get the damn cash. You know, Tommy, I did what I could for you. I pulled strings, called in favors. I was your friend, Tommy. I hoped you'd see sense, see what's good for business. I trusted you, Tommy, and you disappointed me. But at least someone in your chicken shit organization knows how to do business. Isn't that right, Lance?
Lance betrays you.
Sorry, Tommy. This is Vice City. This is business.
You sold us out.
No, I sold you out, Tommy. I sold you out. The real cash is upstairs in the safe.
So, Tommy, what was the big plan? You think I just take the fake cash?
This is my favorite GTA line
and
now.
run away with my tail between my legs?
No. I just wanted to piss you off before I kill you.
Oh, that's gotta be the best line of all. No, I just wanted to piss you off before I kill you. That's gotta be the best GTA line of all time. The Mafia are trying to steal your money, defend the safe. So now, we got defend the safe. The mansion is gonna be swarming with mobsters. And this is based on the final scene in Scarface. I'm gonna try to use the M4 as much as I can also on this. Yeah, on PC it's definitely much easier to aim.
No one to cover your ass now, eh, Tommy?
You're going down, you backstabbing prick!
Oh, you think so?
Oh, I know so, Lance. Of course, Lance runs away like a coward right away. Damn, look how many of these guys there are. Yeah, the Magnum definitely helps in this mission, but damn. Go and kill Lance Vance, the backstabber.
double-crossing piece of shit!
Your history, Tommy! History!
So now Lance is gonna run up to the roof. And look at that, you guys see the money on the top of the screen? You see how it's going down? It's because the Mafia is stealing my money right now in the safe. So when you leave the office, they actually go into the safe and they'll start taking the money out. So now, when you confront Lance on the rooftop, this is what I like to do. Grab this pill here. Slows down time. Now just waste them all.
This is the last dance for Lance fans.
I had enough of that at school! There you...
You picked the wrong side, Lance.
That's it for Lance. Lance is done. For people that are wondering, is Lance dead here? Yup, he is. This is how it ended for Lance. Idiot, he betrayed Tommy. Tommy would have never betrayed him, but he betrayed Tommy. That was just, I didn't expect this. The first time that I played this, this game, I didn't expect it, but if you look really careful, you'll see it coming. Now we gotta go down to the basement again, get some armor again, and we're gonna confront Sonny once and for all now. Oh, there's my guys. What are they? Okay.
I don't want this. Enjoy.
What you doing? What is that?
Oh, here we go now. Listen to this, guys, because this is very important, this line right now.
15 years from me, Sonny, and now I'm gonna make you pay.
You still don't get it, do you? I own you, Tommy. Those 15 years were mine to spend. Get him, boys. You never understood a thing.
Yeah, Sonny got a little taste of the M60 right there.
Tommy? Oh my God, Tommy, what happened?
What does it look like?
It looks like you ruined your suit, and Tommy, that was a beautiful suit. Tommy, what on earth happened?
Had a disagreement with a business associate. You know how it is.
Tommy, I have a disagreement. I send them an angry letter. Maybe I pee in their mailbox. I don't start World War III. You know, maybe you should speak to my shrink.
That stupid prick, Lance.
Tommy, I never liked that guy, okay? He's neurotic, he's insecure, he's self-centered. The guy's an asshole. I'm glad you took him out.
I don't think we're gonna be getting any more heat from up north either. Because there ain't no up north anymore. It's all down south now.
Wait, does that mean what I think it means? Tommy, baby!
What do you think it means?
That we're in charge. I mean that you're in charge. Oh, Tommy!
You know, Ken, I think this could be the beginning of a beautiful business.
I'd love this cutscene so much.
After all, you're a conniving, backstabbing, two-bit thief, and I'm a convicted psychotic killer and drug dealer.
I know. Ain't it just beautiful?
And Tommy realized at the end there that Ken was his true friend, true and only friend there. Now, for people that are confused with what happened there at the end, what happened was, in 1971, Tommy was a soldier for the Forelli family, so he was from Liberty City, New York. And Tommy was a soldier, he was a made man in the Forelli family. He was, 1971, Tommy would have been around 20, 21 years old, because he's 35 in Vice City, 1986. And so basically what happened was Sonny Forelli was the newly appointed boss at the time, and Sonny had sent Tommy on a hit. So he told Tommy, I want you to kill this guy in Harwood. Tommy goes over to Harwood, it's a neighborhood in Liberty City. 11 guys ambush him. 11 guys ambush him. Tommy kills all 11 of them. They were waiting for him. And after Tommy killed all 11 of them, police swarm the area, arrest Tommy, throw him in the back of a police car. Tommy gets charged with numerous counts of manslaughter there. And so, during his trial, the Forellis got Tommy the best lawyer that they could. And the reason they did that, even though they tried to have him killed, was because they didn't want him to snitch. And so the lawyer got a deal with the judge, which was that Tommy got 15 years in prison. So Tommy spent 15 years in prison. He comes out of prison at 35 years old, so 15 years later. That's when he comes out of prison. And you're probably wondering, why would Sonny want to have Tommy killed? Tommy was loyal. Why would he do that? It's because loyalty didn't matter to Sonny. It was because Sonny saw Tommy as a rising star. Tommy was young, he was new to the family, he was capable, he was a rising star in the family. And Sonny felt that his position was being threatened by Tommy. Even though Tommy wouldn't have backstabbed Sonny, Sonny felt that his position was threatened, and so he tried to have Tommy killed. And so Tommy spent 15 years in prison. He gets released in 1986. He was still in prison at the time of Vice City Stories. He gets released out of prison. The reason he goes back to working for the Forellis is because there's nothing really else for him to do. And because he's not 100% certain that Sonny set him up. He's like 90% certain, but he's not 100% certain. So Tommy goes to that drug deal, Vice City. The deal goes horrible. And eventually when he overthrows Diaz, he realizes, you know what? I don't need Sonny. I can build my own empire here. And so Sonny came down. Sonny got all pissed off. And then, Tommy started really thinking that he betrayed him, which he did. But then you have the final confirmation at the end of the game there. At the end of the game, he finally admits to it. He's always denied it for 15 years, but he finally admits to it. And he says that he set Tommy up. And he tells Tommy, you still don't get it, do you? I own you, Tommy. Those 15 years were mine to spend. Basically what he's saying there, he doesn't see Tommy as a friend. He doesn't see Tommy as a brother. He instead sees Tommy as his property. He sees Tommy as his dog. That's the type of person that Sonny Forelli is. A real scumbag. And Lance is a real scumbag as well. The fact that Lance betrayed Tommy. Tommy helped out Lance a bunch, made him the underboss. Tommy was very fair to Lance. Sure, Tommy yelled at him, but it was because Lance wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing. Lance didn't know what he was doing. He messed up a bunch of times. Look at all the problems he caused in Vice City Stories. Half of the problems in Vice City Stories, more than half, were because of Lance. So Lance just causes a lot of problems in the game. He's a failed, he's a failed criminal. All criminals are scumbags, but, Lance didn't know what he was doing a lot of times, and he acted like he was this big genius, when in reality he wasn't. And when he didn't get his way with Tommy, he decided to sell him out to Sonny. And Lance is an absolute moron, because do you know what would have happened? If Tommy had been killed, I guarantee you that Sonny would have screwed Lance over, because Lance doesn't know what the type of person that Sonny is. Sonny would have screwed Lance over. You honestly think that Sonny would have split Tommy's business with Lance? Really? Sonny would have easily screwed and killed Lance after that. So Lance was screwed either way. He should have stayed with Tommy. He could have still been underboss. He wouldn't have been killed, but instead, Lance screwed Tommy over. And I think that the reason the mission is called Keep Your Friends Close is because it's a reference to The Godfather. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Lance was your enemy, and Tommy thought that he was his friend. And then Tommy realizes at the end of the game, he realizes Ken was his true and only friend. Sure, Ken gets scared at times, but Ken stayed loyal to Tommy. He didn't screw Tommy over to Sonny. He could have easily switched sides there and took Sonny's side, but he didn't. And so Tommy realizes, Ken was his only true friend, and that's, what I loved about that scene. I think that's kind of like the moral lesson in Vice City, is that it teaches you about, who your real friends are. That's, I think, what the moral lesson was in Vice City. The moral lesson, I think, in San Andreas was how drugs corrupt people, and how drugs, destroy everything, because that was a big part. The drugs corrupted so many people in San Andreas in the story, people that were CJ's friends. And then it was also Vice City Stories. I think the moral lesson in that one is how one mistake can ruin one man's life. So basically, like, Vic made a mistake. He associated with Martinez. He got front of the army, and then he didn't know what else to do. And so he turned to crime, and it was basically like he couldn't go back at that point. He just kept getting involved in more crime, to provide medication for a sick brother. And even though he hated criminals, he hated drugs. He didn't really see any alternative, and that's what's really sad about Vic Vance's story. If Vic Vance was there with Tommy instead of Lance, Vic wouldn't have betrayed Tommy. I guarantee you on that. Vic's nothing like his brother Lance. And so there we go. That is it. And I believe that we're gonna be getting a few phone calls right now. And this is actually the first epilogue in a GTA game. Because in oh, here we go.
Tommy, it's Paolo. How are you? Right, mate, anyway, thought I had to drop you a line. Oh my good lord, my son, you will not believe the quality of the brass I just encountered. Streetwalker or something just down in Little Havana, mate. Said her name was Mercedes or something. Oh my god, mate, you gotta check this bird out. Could strip the lead out of a pencil. Said I was the best you ever had and all. Keep your potato skin fluffy, seeing ya.
So that was Kent Paul there. I believe we're still going to be getting a few more calls here.
Give me a break.
Oh, here we go.
Tommy, Tomas, it's Cortez.
This phone call.
Things are interesting. How are you, my friend?
I wanted to ask you about Mercedes.
Okay. What about her?
Oh, Tommy, I hear these stories, all these stories. I don't know what to think. Maybe she thinks she could do what she likes. But Tommy, tell me, is it true?
Is what true?
These stories I hear. She really going to be a lawyer? Tommy, the shame. You know, we Cortez are a proud family. We would never allow a daughter of ours to become a lawyer. Please tell me it isn't so. I don't think I could take it.
Oh, Colonel, I can assure you, Mercedes is never going to become a lawyer. Don't worry about it.
Oh, thank you, Tommy. Tommy, thank you. The shame would be unbearable. Anyway, Tommy, you must excuse me, all right? The new Minister of Interior has arrived. Many years ago, I killed his father in a failed coup, so I must be polite. Hey, good day, amigo.
Years ago, I killed his father in a failed coup, so I have to be polite now. What's with this cash right here? But that's probably the most ridiculous phone call in a GTA game ever. That, Cortez thought of all things that Mercedes was going to be a lawyer. That's what he was worried about. Oh, man. The irony with that phone call there. Oh, here we go.
Tommy Facchetti. How's it going, Mr. Big Shot? I hear all these things about you. Some kind of player in town now, eh?
Paul, you're drunk.
No, you stupid pal. I ain't drunk. I had a couple and some treats. I've been a bit for a couple of days, you know. Anyway, don't give me that. I ain't a mug. Who set you up in this town? Oh, me. That's who.
Really?
Don't give me that. Don't. I introduced you to people. I showed you the ropes. Did a lot of stuff for you, and this is how you repay me. You ignore me. You won't give me a way in, or after all I did for you. What do you think I am, a devil or something?
Paul, take it easy. I've been busy. Don't be an idiot.
I ain't no idiot, mush. That's what they said in Borstal. You are skip the trouble, son, because you're going to get it. Tommy, mate, please. Use me big hope, please. Don't laugh at me.
Paul, get some sleep. Seriously.
And so, you know what happens now to Kent Paul? Kent Paul goes to San Andreas. That's how he ends up in San Andreas 6 years later. And as for the Forellis, a lot of people are probably wondering, why don't the Forellis retaliate on Tommy after he killed Sonny? The reason they're not retaliating is because after Sonny, the Forellis were the most powerful family in America in 1986 in the 3D universe. And so after Sonny Forelli died, there was a scramble in Liberty City. And so all the two other families, the Sindacos and the Leonis, tried to go and take over the Forelli territory. So the Forellis were more preoccupied with that instead of getting revenge on Tommy. And so this conflict eventually escalated in the Three Families War in 1992 in Las Venturas over the casino. So that's where the tension came from in San Andreas between the three families. It came from this. When Sonny Forelli died, the other two families moved in on the Forellis. That's where it came from. And so CJ played that tension. Used Salvatore, got rid of the Sindacos and the Forellis, and then eventually screwed over Salvatore and robbed the casino. And so that's how it ties perfectly into San Andreas. Man, I just really love that. I really love that tie-in there. But I don't think I'm getting the other two calls. I should be getting two more calls. There should be two more calls here. Oh, here we go.
Tommy, it's Ernest. Ernest Kelly.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing okay. I'll need a stick to walk, but I should be back at work soon enough.
Good.
I heard about Lance. What a little prick, huh?
Yes.
Never trust a man who walks the streets in his pajamas, that's what I say. Glad you killed him. I hope it was painful for the prick.
I think it was. You know, I just didn't think he was like that.
Tommy, for a raging lunatic, you're pretty naive. I'll be back at work soon. Teach you a thing or two about life, you hear?
Take your time, Ernest. Look after yourself.
So it's good that Ernest is going to make a full recovery. He's okay now. And so, that phone call is really sad there, if you think about it, because Tommy says, you know, I just didn't think Lance was like that. That's what's so sad about that phone call. And it's because Tommy regarded Lance as his friend. He thought that Lance was his best friend. But Lance didn't see it that way. And so Lance just wanted to screw Tommy over in the end. And that's what's you know, so sad about this situation. Because Tommy has been getting screwed over. He thought that Sonny Forelli was his friend at one point in the 70s, but that was a lie. And so Tommy got screwed over by Sonny, and then it happened to him 15 years later. Tommy thought, you know, that'd be different, that Lance was his friend. That's what's so sad about that. And now, some people are probably, wondering, what is it, why, how did Ernest know that Lance wasn't trustworthy? Because Ernest says to Tommy on the phone, never trust a man that walks the streets of his pajamas. That's what I would say. That's what Ernest said. Now, how did Ernest know that Lance wasn't trustworthy? How did he know? There's actually an answer to that. In Vice City Stories, which is 2 years before, Ernest actually makes an off-screen appearance. So even though Ernest, you don't see him in a cutscene in the game, he technically does make an appearance. In the first Mendez cartel mission, in which the Lance tries to frame Martinez for being a DEA agent. So he takes Forbes' DEA card, and he takes Martinez's picture, and he basically has it stamped onto the card to make it look genuine. And he has that, and he gives that to the Mendez brothers, and he does that at the Printworks. He does it at the Printworks. And so who would he ask for help with that at the Printworks? Ernest Kelly, the most senior guy at the Printworks that knows how to do that stuff. And so Ernest knew Lance from 2 years before that. Ernest knew Lance longer than Tommy knew Lance. Even though they don't have much contact in Vice City, Ernest knew him. And so Ernest, when he saw that, he knew that Lance wasn't trustworthy because Lance was using a deceptive trick right there. He was framing Martinez for something he didn't do. Now, Martinez deserved it, don't get me wrong, he did. Martinez was a scumbag. But it was the fact on the trick that Lance was doing, that he was trying to frame somebody for doing something that they didn't do. And so that's Ernest knew what type of person Lance was at that point. Ernest had contact with him. He's talked to him before. Ernest has probably talked to him on other occasions. He knew what type of person he was. Now, why didn't Ernest tell Tommy about this? The reason he didn't tell Tommy about that is because Ernest would really have no grounds. Ernest was really the guy in charge of the Printworks when Lance was the underboss. Lance was a much higher person in Tommy's criminal organization, so Ernest wouldn't really have much of a word. And even if he said so, Tommy probably wouldn't have believed him. He probably would have said, you know, Lance wouldn't do that. Lance wouldn't betray me. Just like now, you know, even after Lance betrayed Tommy, Tommy still couldn't believe that Lance betrayed him. So I doubt that Tommy would have listened to Ernest. So that's probably why Ernest didn't bring it up. But Ernest had a bad feeling about Lance, and that bad feeling was right. But, you know, I guess that's pretty much it here, guys. I think there's one final phone call. Let's see if I get it still. Oh, here we go.
Tommy, it's Steve. You're a marvel. I'm a marvel. They love us. We are rewriting the record books, pal. We're talking major awards here. I can put my dad in a home and tell him to shut up. It's hot, man. Hot. H-O-T. He never believed in me. Never thought I was an artist. And now I've made it. I'm the best damn skin flick director of all time, my friend. And I just wanted to say, it's a pleasure to have met you. I love you, baby. Don't you go changing on me, you hear?
So you heard that. So Steve Scott, that was the director. Steve Scott, because of that movie that Tommy and him made, he became one of the richest directors in Florida, one of the most popular directors in Florida. So when Tommy said, I'm going to make you rich, Tommy is telling the truth. And so that is the final phone call. I don't think there's any more phone calls, but that was the first epilogue in a GTA game, because GTA 3 didn't really have an epilogue. It just had that scene during the credits where you heard a gunshot after, and Maria stopped talking, but that was it. This one actually had a bunch of phone calls of, you know, characters talking to you after the game. But oh man, look at this, the Mendez Cartel Mansion, right? Look at this, 2 years later, look at what this place looks like. So, you know, the story of Vice City Stories is done. You know, Vic Vance is unfortunately dead. Lance Vance is dead. A lot of those characters are dead. Tommy Vercetti ends up controlling Vice City in 1986. That's how Vice City Stories, that's how the story of Vice City, I should say, ends. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this series as much as I did. I love playing this series for you guys. This is my favorite classic GTA. Out of the 3D universe GTAs, this one's my favorite one. I like this one more than San Andreas. Why do I like this one more than San Andreas? The reason is because even though I love San Andreas so much, the reason I like this one a little bit more than San Andreas is because it's the 1980s, which I like that setting a little bit more. It's also in Miami, Vice City. It's based heavily on Scarface, which is my favorite gangster movie of all time. And also, it focuses on building a criminal empire, you know, buying all these businesses and stuff like that. And I love that. You know, I know San Andreas had some of that, like with the casino and, you know, the auto shop garage, but I like the theme of it more in Vice City, with the Malibu Club, the print works. They're all a front for something. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my Tommy Vercetti suit here. I tried my best to recreate Tommy's suit. I hope I did a good job. Let me know if I did a good job of making this suit. I tried my best, you know, to try to match his clothes. So I hope I did good here at least. I also made his tropical, you know, outfit, and I had even the bank robber outfit. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I will do a 100% playthrough on this game. I still have that coming up. It'll be a stream. So it'll be a stream, and there's also another video coming up, another part after this, and that'll be all the Hitman payphone missions. The reason I save that for the end is because it's not really linked to the main story. It's just a side activity, so I'll have a separate video on that. The 100% completion stream, I'll do that after I finish Vice City Stories 100%, because I want to do 100% of Vice City Stories, and then when I'm done with that, I will do Vice City. So again, thank you guys for watching. The next game that I will be doing will be Saints Row 2006. That will probably be up in a few days. But again, thank you guys for watching this from the bottom of my heart. I really did enjoy it. I do have some GTA Vice City lore videos planned, but I think the GTA 4 lore videos, I'm going to put those out first. And the reason is because all these rumors about the trilogy remastered, they're starting to be more credible. And so I'm going to wait a little bit before I make the Vice City like lore videos, even though I have some. I have a video on Vic Vance that's coming out soon, so I have a few videos on Vice City stories. But as for Vice City, the lore videos, I have a few ideas, but I want to wait a little bit because I'd much rather make the lore video with the trilogy game. If it's actually a remake. If it's an actual remake, I'd much rather do the lore videos playing that during it. But I'll do the GTA 4 lore video, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this series a lot, and if you did, please do drop a like because it does help this series out a lot. And if you enjoy my videos and you're new to the channel, please do subscribe because it does help me make more content like this. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. Take care, everyone.